Have you ever been in class when your stomach was rumbling? Have you been craving a mouth-watering snack that keeps you fuller, longer? What about a snack that's both healthy and nutritious? Well, get excited for Apple NomNoms, a snack that is geared towards college students. I'm Ricky, this is Chenlu, Zane, Ryan, and Caitlin will tell you more about our products.
Alright, thanks Ricky. Okay, so this pie chart shows a breakdown of our ingredients by mass percent, and as you can see, we start with a basic cookie dough recipe with butter, sugar, flour, and eggs, and then we add to that oats, oat bran flakes, fresh apples, fresh carrots, and applesauce to come up with our final product, which gives us a serving size of about 4 cookies. It's under 300 calories and gives you 5 grams of fiber per serving, plus 20% of your daily vitamin A and iron. And to get to these final nutritional values, we went through several prototypes, the first of which we started with just the cookie dough recipe and only added oats and oat bran and dehydrated apples. And these cookies tasted good, but they didn't have enough fiber that we needed. So for our next design, we decided to add bran flakes. But these cookies, the bran flakes kind of soaked up all the moisture in the cookies, so they were too dry. So we decided for our next to replace the dehydrated apples with fresh apples, which increased the moisture content, so they tasted better, but we were still lacking in vitamin A, and we noticed that our product was a little high in saturated fat. So to change that, we replaced some of the butter with applesauce and added carrots for vitamin A. And Chenlu will tell you more about our final product.
Thank you, Caitlin. After knowing our excellent ingredients makeups, let's have a look at our final product. The golden color gonna catch your eyeballs, and your brain gonna tell you it must taste good. And after you have our Apple NomNoms, you really gonna say NomNoms. And if you have a closer look at our product, you can see those apple pieces, fresh apple pieces we guaranteed in our product's name. And those orange dots are the carrots, fresh carrots we use to improve our vitamin A and ions in it and add some nice color to it as well. We do use some applesauce to replace some of the butter to reduce the saturated fat and add more moisture to our product's taste. And the using of oat bran flake, and wheat flavored flours, those high fiber sources gonna provide you a really nom feeling to your body. And now Brian gonna tell you more about our market plan.
Well, thanks, Chenlu. That sounds delicious. So obviously, everybody's going to want some of our Apple NomNoms, but our main target group is college-age young adults with limited time and money. By adding both fruit and vegetable to our product, we've created a healthy snack that's high in fiber, vitamin A, iron, and so it's a perfect additive to any diet. It's perfect for either a quick snack in between classes, or if you only have a limited time on a short break from work. A comparable competitor is Quaker's Apple Cinnamon Oat Milk Cookies. They actually have a smaller portion size, about half of ours, and our servings offer 100 more calories, so they're going to be more filling for you. And calorie for calorie, our cookies are lower in fat, higher in vitamin A, and higher in iron, with just a slightly lower fiber content. As far as cost goes, their cookies sell for about 90 cents a serving, and on our small batch size, we're right at about 20 cents per serving for raw materials. So we're confident that when we increase and scale up to the large size, we can stay competitive with Quaker. And here's Zane to tell you more.
Okay, to effectively and productively produce Apple NomNoms to the mainstream, we must consider the mass and energy balances necessary for all those steps in the process to produce Apple NomNoms. Of course, you're not not just going to take the mass of all the initial ingredients and put them together, and that's going to be the mass of your final product. There are several points where we lose mass throughout production. One of those points is processing the fresh apples and carrots we're using. Since we're using fresh apples and carrots to increase the quality of our product, we found that about 40% of an apple is lost when peeling it and coring it. So that needs to be taken into consideration. And also we need to consider moisture loss during the baking process. When you bake a product, a lot of water is vaporized, and we found that 5 to 6% of the mass of the pre-baked good is lost during baking. Now everybody's made cookies at some point in their life, so we all kind of know how they're made. The wet ingredients are mixed together, the dry ingredients are mixed together, and then we add in integrate ingredients such as the apples that we want to get through without damaging them. We highlighted some of the areas that we considered for the energy balances that are slightly different than making just regular cookies. We need to consider the energy required to washing, peeling, and coring the apples and carrots. We need to consider energy taken when mixing the ingredients and portioning them into their portion sizes. Also, a lot of heat is needed to bake the good and then package it after it's baked. And also there's all kinds of conveyors and other ways to transport the product throughout production. Now Ricky will tell you about some of the potential hurdles we need to cross during production.
Well, before we could mass produce these products and put them onto the market, there are certain hurdles we would have to get over. For example, inconsistencies in mixing products, because we do have carrots and apples, and we want consumers to have, every ingredient in every bite, so it's an enjoyable experience for everyone. Also, since we are using fresh apples and fresh carrots, cost of productions might go higher just because we have to clean, we have to cut, we have to ensure that these are the freshest products that we can get, which also goes into the market of the fruits and vegetables browning out, and they have longer shelf lives, so we would have to use the freshest products we can possibly get. If we were to do this again, future suggestions to teams would be lower the oil, or lower butter and add oil instead, just to make it a healthier product, and to substitute sugar just to lower the calorie count. And we want to make sure that the quality stays as consistent as possible, just because we want to have a good tasting product with it being healthy as well.
And you guys have tried it?
Yes.
They're excellent.
And it
Nom, nom, nom.
All right, just wanted to make sure I heard that again.